Hello and welcome to DK Vine Done Slow. I'm Hyle Russell. Welcome to the final installment of my Donkey Kong Land 2 slow run. A slow run that's been more of a crawl at times. I'm at 89%, as you can see. 47 Krem coins. That's it. That's the max. I got them all. 34 hero coins, 6 away, which corresponds with what I am doing today, which of course is the Lost World. Now, the Lost World's here through the singular Clubus kiosk on the map screen to the left of Gloomy Gulch, but because I have defeated Kaptain K. Rool in the Flying Croc, my lives have reset to the standard, as well as banana coins. So we are going to farm a little bit, if you'll indulge me. This is just so I don't get perpetual game overs in the Lost World. It's no fun. Hello to March Rose in the chat. I am, of course, live streaming this on twitch.tv/DKVine. Welcome. Just a very handy way to quickly gobble up some goodies here. We'll have banana coins, we'll have lives, and we'll be able to brave whatever the Kremling Lost World throws at us. We'll see how long this takes. I don't know if, I budget these for 2 hours of my day. I don't know how long the Lost World will actually take, given that it's 5 standard levels and a boss. I mean, in theory, it's supposed to be the hardest area of the game, right? Like in any Donkey Kong game, the Lost World at the end, whatever name it goes by, should be the hardest. In execution, I don't know if that's going to be true or not. I think some of the stages in Donkey Kong Land 2 earlier in the game might actually be more difficult, not necessarily by design, but just by the limitations of what the Game Boy offered and what Donkey Kong Land 2 was trying to do with its ambitions. Really made some of those levels a slog, didn't it? Hello to Malik in the live stream. Malik just streamed Donkey Kong Country 2 last night. I was able to tune in very briefly for that, as he was trying to get through Web Woods, which is, of course, a level that I think gives everyone some trouble the first time they play Donkey Kong Country 2. I was kind of amazed at how relatively easy the Donkey Kong Land 2 version of that, was, but... And you'll have to forgive me, I am also once again struggling with the controls here of Donkey Kong Land 2, because I have not only been playing Donkey Kong Country Returns HD quite a bit, but I have also been gathering errant footage of the original Country trilogy for the video I'm currently working on for DK Vine. So it's just 3 different control sets for Donkey Kong platformers in my brain, in my muscle memory right now. So it's a bit rough going to try to remember, oh, this is how you cartwheel, this is how you jump, this is how you get momentum. It's a good thing I haven't played Jungle Beat recently, or else then I'd just be completely lost. I'd just be smacking my controller here. Alright, we'll get a little bit more here. I don't think we really need to worry about too much more, but let's get an even 20 banana coins. How about that? Just a nice padding to head into the Lost World. And plus, this gives us a chance to see a Spiny again and again and again, as well as Clapper's butt. Everybody clap for Clapper's butt in the comments. Hello to Me Muppet in the live stream. Nice to see you. Alright. Let's head to Funky. Yeah, well, I mean, K-Rool's been got funky. There's nothing more to say. He fell out of the flying croc into the ocean. K-Rool's dead funky. I don't know what you're talking about, but we've got to explore the Lost World before we leave Crocodile Isle, eh? Shiver me timbers, where's me loot? And Diddy's like, I know a guy named Timber. Pay up 47 Krem coins. So yeah, this is funny just how it's all in one lump sum this time around. You don't have the individual Clubber's kiosk in Worlds 2 through, oh math, 6. And then you go into each Lost World level individually. This is more similar to Krematoa in Donkey Kong Country 3, where it's all in kind of one central go of it. But it's amusing. Just pay up 47 Krem coins. It's like such a very specific number, and I know that's the number like that just corresponds with how many Krem coins are in the game. But there's like 75 in DKC 2, yeah? And that's just such a solid number. I mean, 75, that's just, you know, it's a number of 5. It just has some weight to it. I mean, Superman number 75 was where he died. Classic issue. So 47 is just weird. It's a weird number for many, many reasons. All right, let's pay up, though. And then boom, there we are, the Lost World. Now, you can see this has been reconfigured a little bit. It's not exactly the same as it was in DKC2. For one, there's no monkey museum, obviously, but even then you've got no Kremling source emanating from the Crocodile core. You've got the Crocodile core already open. And that's, like, in my mind, back in 1996 when this came out, this was evidence, right? This took place as an intercal between DKC2 and DKC3. Well, the Kremling source has been extinguished. You put it out in DKC2, so of course it's not there in the Crocodile core anymore. Now, in the Game Boy Advance remake of Donkey Kong Country 2, you also can't see the Kremling source from the map screen, which I chalked that up then to it's a very precise, like, ultraviolet light that you can only see in certain vantage points unless you get right up close to it. So I guess you have to retroactively apply that bit of fanon back to Donkey Kong Land 2 and say, well, how do you know the Kremling source is extinguished if it's an ultraviolet light that you can only see under certain vantage points? You got me there. You got me there. But as we'll see later on, there is no Kremling source at all in DKL2. So another point for me in my ridiculous fanon. Just show you what happens when you exit Clubber's kiosk really quick. You just go right back to Crocodile Isle, but then and Clubber doesn't have a new dialogue. He just says, pay up. You know, he gets all friendly with you in DKC2 after you pay him. He's like, it's my old chums, it's my mates, it's the Kongs. I secretly hope you topple K. Rool because we actually hate the guy. That kind of stuff. You don't get that. And also, they type the Lost World as just one world, like Lost World. That's weird. I guess I ran away by mistake. Yeah, shiver me timbers, where's me loot? Well, you got it, Clubber. You got it. Alright. Jungle Jinx. Here we go. The first jungle stage in Donkey Kong Land 2. You know, you could see the jungle stage fairly early on if you pay Clubber 15 Krem coins, and you can see the jungle archetype, you know. Here, you don't get to see it until, like, late in the game. So this is, I think, the latest you ever see a jungle in a Donkey Kong game. In like, a Donkey Kong platformer, at least, right? So It's an interesting bit of trivia to ponder. I love the Venus flytraps in the background there. It's a very distinct part of the Donkey Kong Country 2, the Crocodile Isle jungles. So I like that they're still there in the background, albeit not quite as detailed. Alright. Big wide gaps there. Big spikes. They don't have the skulls on the spikes, though. That's unfortunate. It's one of my favorite little details of the Kremling Lost World. It's the remains of all the explorers who came before and didn't survive. It's a long walk for that bonus barrel. Ah! Well, it's fine. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you why it's fine, because I can just do that. Said my reflexes are still sharpening, they've been dulled. This spiny is really annoying. Come on, there we go. When I was getting footage yesterday of the Super Nintendo trilogy, I was also struggling to remember how to do it. Alright, so you can see the hero coins are what you get out of the bonus barrels in the Lost World, same as it was in DKC2. And that will be how we get the remainder of the hero coins in DKL2. Shit. Okay, well that's... And they just put me in a... Yeah, I can't get out of the pit. It's a death trap. Oh my god. Hello to Rendering Ranger in the live stream and Fizz Tap. Rendering Ranger says they tested this game mostly with Super Game Boy back in the day. I mean, that was the best way to play Donkey Kong Land games, was the Super Game Boy. I, of course, would give them a go on the just handheld brick Game Boy, the pea soup. Ugly giant brick Game Boy, but the truth is, I mean, if you really wanted to enjoy it, if you really wanted to appreciate it and not like really struggle, at least until the Game Boy Pocket came out, and if you had a Game Boy Pocket, the Super Game Boy was how you did it. I probably spent 95% of my time in the Donkey Kong Land games on the Super Game Boy. Which is probably why I have a, strong affinity for Donkey Kong Land 1, and I didn't have all the problems that so many people did. Shit. That's branching paths here. This is very un-Donkey Kong-like design. I mean, they still connected it. I thought it was going to be a floating platform at first, and I was like, that's very Mario. But they did connect it, but it's just kind of ridiculous looking there. This reminds me of one of Bowser's castles in Super Mario Brothers, those maze ones. Fortunately, this isn't a maze. You know where to go, you just have to kind of explore through it. But you can see, like, this is very different jungle jinx than the one we're used to. There's no giant bouncing tires rolling at you. That's the thing about Donkey Kong Land 2, for all the criticisms I have of it, and a lot of people have of it, for just repeating the beats of Donkey Kong Country 2, the levels are different. I mean, there isn't a single level other than maybe like Stronghold Showdown that plays the same as it does in DKC 2. The configurations are all different. It is a different experience. It's not as good an experience, but it is a different experience. So whenever people ask, how can I get into Donkey Kong Land 2? I just can't do it. Of course, I've got my theories about how you can make it work in the canon. Shit. This is really where I wish the team throw was in the Donkey Kong Land games. It's weird that they give you Dixie at the very, very end. Like, if that was DKC 2, I would think there's a secret up there, but no, it's weird. Paul Makachek said something that DK Land 1 had some specific LCD effects which worked best on the GB screen. Yeah, I like playing it on the Nintendo Switch, playing it on the NSO, you can really see there's a lot of flicker, and that's a big problem with emulating Rare games like this. On the N64 in particular, Rare did a lot of like trickery to make their games look as good as they did on the native hardware, and you really have to go above and beyond to replicate them perfectly. It's why, like, you see Diddy Kong Racing emulations out there. Of course, none official yet, but some of the effects don't load because for however Rare pulled it off, on the N64, you just can't do it in emulation. So, anyway, here's another difference with The Lost World. Wrinkly. Kong College is based in The Lost World, since this is configured like just a regular linear world. This time around, they decided to put Wrinkly in there. That's something that would carry over into Krematoa in DKC 3. And yeah, you can. It's free. There's no barrier, like there's no one coin like it was in the Flying Croc in DKC 2. Since this is the last Wrinkly in Donkey Kong Land 2, you'd think maybe they would pull that off there, but nope. So this is interesting. This looks like it's right on top of the Crocodile core. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's supposed to be one of these mountains behind it. Like, that Kong College is right on one of the snowy mountains, so I guess there's probably a snowy mountain behind the Crocodile core that Black Ice Battle now takes place in, because it doesn't make sense for it to take place atop the Crocodile core, as we will see when we enter it. But oh, it's very slippy here. It's very slippy here. Alright, this is going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to get enough of a jump, a running jump, and I need to get... got it. Yeah, this is... It's very similar to Black Ice Battle in DKC 2, where you're just descending down this icy chasm with a lot of zingers, a lot of clamp-ons and spinies. You don't really know what to expect, because this isn't the same game, is it? Two different paths. Which way? Which way do we go? Okay, Spiny, I'm done with you. Well, that's the O. We'll just gently helicopter spin. So weird. Double barrel cannons. I'm also fully expecting I'm going to miss the bonus area here because these branching paths, I expect some cheap shit here. Which is fine. I know the drive, the desire to get it all in one go, but That's the nice thing about... Ah! Well, I got the Star Barrel at least, so I'm starting halfway. The nice thing about, you know, Donkey Kong games is the ability to start and select once you've cleared it, so... It makes exploration after the fact a lot easier. Oh, these zingers. And again, it's the biggest problem with Donkey Kong Land 2 is the lack of screen real estate while trying to pull off Donkey Kong Country 2 style gameplay. So things like zingers, you don't really get a good heads up where they are in the level. Yeah, I'm making excuses for myself, but I mean, come on. Alright, I feel like, what, is that just where you dropped down before? Really thought that was the bonus area, but... Ah. Alright, we are switching to Dixie. It's just so much easier to slowly explore a place like this with Dixie. As cheap as it may be. I really did miss the... Well, I missed the end, but I also missed the bonus area for sure. You'd get a puzzle piece in a retro game for doing that, collecting all those bananas. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. We're gonna find the missing bonus area of Black Ice Battle. It's only missing to me. I couldn't find it. Sure, it's super obvious. Ah. Oh, they're really gonna make me do this again. Ah. Ah. I swear, sometimes the jump is not responsive. It feels like it sticks sometimes. And maybe that's just Donkey Kong Country Returns HD really doing a number. Ah! Well, it's also the sliding of the ice. I'm trying to get a good running jump momentum going, and then you just keep sliding. Oh, he collects the bananas on the way down, though. That's interesting that it doesn't, like, cut you off. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm really, really getting... gonna have to go just get Dixie. I'm gonna have to go retrieve Dixie from Jungle Jinx because this is... Ugh. Now I'm psyching myself out about it. Why aren't you jumping, Diddy? Alright. There. I was overthinking it. But I really, really need to get Dixie here. Okay. Okay, Diddy, you're retired. Go. I'm like looking up here. I'm like, all that empty space surely could be housing a hidden, invisible bonus barrel, right? Right? Surely. Ah! I'm really getting frustrated. Oh, whoa, whoa. Well, I found it. I found where it is. I found the mystery. But now I have to do all this again. Okay. Fucking hell. Alright. Was it? I think it was one below. Two below, maybe? Yeah, it was after the K. So beyond here. Oh, come on, Dixie. Okay, I gotta take out the spiny. If I'm gonna make this jump. I should be able to do it as Diddy. It's like I'm just grazing the lip. Okay, if I can get momentum. But yeah, there's no momentum with those zingers. Come on. The hook just disappeared on me. Oh, I know I can make this. This is really frustrating. Ah. Fine. Fine. We're gonna use Dixie for this. Not happy about it though. That means I'm gonna protect Dixie. I'm gonna get Dixie out of the DK barrel, and then I'm gonna protect her. Make Diddy the sacrificial lamb if I have to. Yeah, like that. Those zingers. Those zingers are the worst. Oh, there's another hook there. There's two. How was I... What? Okay, there's a hook right next to there. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew that, I guess, back in 1996. But it's been so long since I... Okay, whatever. Oh my god, I feel like an idiot. I really thought I was supposed to make that jump. Just from the first hook. Alright, let's go. You know what, we're gonna save. Yeah. 4 more hero coins to go. Now this is interesting. Fiery Furnace comes before Clobber Carnage this time around. And I guess that means this one is actually a volcano. Okay. I mean, there's something to say it can't be. When you don't color in the actual... ooze on the top. It is nice to have that little bit of a break. It's almost kind of a victory lap where you know that there's only one bonus area in each of these levels, and it also has the hero coin, so there's just less you have to look for. There's just that one big, well-hidden secret. You know, they're gonna be hiding at some wacky area with these barrel cannons. I'm getting tired of Spinies, I have to say. I really like Spinies. I think they're great designs, but they are used in abundance in this game. I like that little bit there. It's just the right amount of challenge without being frustrating. And there's Squitter. Yeah! Spittin' webs. Why would I use a barrel cannon when I have Squitter? I mean, oh. Well, maybe that's the reason. I don't know. You know what? Whatever. More time spent with Squitter. There's no time spent with Squitter that's... Oh, that... What? Why? Like, there's nothing you can do with that, except... No, there's nothing you can do with that. I guess it's there if you don't have Squitter and you go back or something? I don't know. I just have to, okay. I just had to double check, really, because I wanted to go take the low pass to make sure the bonus barrel wasn't down there. Yeah, go away, Clobber. Alright, there are 2 bananas up there. Could that be because the bonus barrel is up here? No, the N. Who cares? Means I'll have to go back and take the low pass. All these zingers up here, though. I don't want to... Oh, there's the no Squitters. What?! Oh, I'm sick of Spinies. I am so sick of Spinies. And then I immediately lose Dixie. Great. Great. Somebody's also blowing a leaf blower outside. I apologize if you can hear that. That's really irritating me right now. Leaf blowers are the worst. I really detest leaf blowers because they are the noisiest things. And I'm like, people used to rake their leaves? I sound like a curmudgeon, but really, like, for the time that leaf blowers take, and the amount of noise they generate, I mean, the noise travels so far, and it's so all-consuming, and I feel like they're just doing it for hours. And I'm like, you know, if you just had a rake, you probably could have spent the same amount of time, not annoy the entire neighborhood, and, I don't know, save money and gas, and, okay. But, of course, you know, common courtesy doesn't exist anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. Alright, I went the low pass, so there's unless it's, like, directly in the middle, but I think I would have seen a barrel cannon somewhere, a bonus barrel, so, sorry, Squitter. Also, why do we need to blow leaves anyway? I mean, it just fertilizes the ground. Fizztap says, Squidder's abdomen is so shiny. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? In not having the pattern on Squidder this time around. It really makes him just look so smooth and silken. I mean, the pattern's still there, we just can't see it, obviously. Alright, lose Squidder and take the balloon over. I really just assume they're going to be hiding the bonus barrel somewhere just out of sight. Oh, come on. I feel like I missed it. Okay. Whoa, barely caught that one. Didn't, whoa. Okay, well there is the end of the level, so I missed it. I'm just gonna have to go back in yet again. It's fine. Because then, you know, I can just start and select. So it's not really that much of a problem. It gives me greater freedom. I'm not beholden to the whims of the level. And I can just spam Dixie's helicopter spin, and then I don't know. I don't know if it's where Squidder was. I was surprised it wasn't, so it probably is. Just because Squidder provides greater opportunity to hide stuff. Ah! Was hoping it wasn't gonna come to that. Okay. The crunches are also very shiny in this game. I really appreciate how shiny they are. They look like they've just oiled themselves up in a nice frothy lather. Something about these ACM graphics on the Game Boy, like reduced down to this level without, you know, full color palette, that really just, it almost makes them pop in a way that they really couldn't on the Super Nintendo or like even the arcades and with Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct 2. I really like this style of downscaling these graphics. I think the Game Boy version of Killer Instinct also looks very interesting. Like, I'm not saying it's this amazing graphical, like, experience, but I really, like I said, love the way these models look when you kind of reduce them down to their barest elements. I doubt it's going to be all the way back here, but you know what? More time with Squitter, right? Am I right, everybody? Let's just spend time with Squitter. Let's go all the way back with Squitter and see what we see. You can also go take a low pass later on. Really get down into the lava without, you know, touching and seeing what might be down there. I'm overthinking it. I know I am. I know this is probably not this complicated and convoluted. It's probably something really simple that I just missed the first time around, and now I'm trying to, you know, move 10 steps ahead of the game when the truth of the matter is something very rote and honestly pathetic. But it's just cool to do. I mean, it's fun to do this. And we've hit the front of the level. So now we just go back and Squitter's not supposed to be here. Ah. Ah. You know what? I just want to go back a little bit and really just double check to make sure there's nothing down low. Oh, come on. You're really not supposed to go over here. You're not supposed to go in reverse. It's not designed to. They don't give you any bananas, any clues. So you know what? It's probably not over there. I'm probably overthinking things to a dramatic degree. We are just going to... But I feel like I've already, like, explored... Right? Like, where could it be? And then they do that shit where it's like, here's this trail of bananas. Unless that's where the barrel cannon, the bonus barrel shoots you out, it deposits you. I mean, that's always a possibility. A mystery trail of bananas leading up. It could be a trail of bananas leading down. And it could be that the bonus barrel is right over here somewhere, but... Alright, well, we went high, we went low. Jeez, Flitter. And then you got that just weirdo trail of 2 bananas. Yep. We've done this. I mean, I've gone through here, I swear. There's nothing to see. They hid the N up here. And then there's the no Squitter sign. So, what do you expect of me? Like, where could this be? And then, yeah, we're just right back there. Ah. Yeah. I'll be Squitter. Of course I'll be Squitter. Okay. I'm gonna just stay high this time. Oh no, I have to go beneath the zinger. And this sucks. I watched Malik have a time with Web Woods yesterday. And now I'm having my turn with Squitter. My unexpected turn with Squitter that's turning out to be a bit of a chore, a bit of a slog. But we've got to get this. We've got to get all of... Oh, come on. I can't even spit webs right now. The game just massively slowed down. There's just too many elements on the screen. Too many zingers. And, Alright. Squitter, I love you. I love you more than any other animal, buddy, but we really need to pull this off. We really need to get through this. And we really need... I don't think the bonus barrel is with Squitter. I don't. I think that Squitter allows you to really explore every inch of the screen. So that means it has to be post Squitter. Could be before Squitter. But I doubt it. Well, at least I'm getting plenty of barrel cannons. Or, excuse me, banana coins. I'm too focused on finding this barrel cannon, i.e. bonus barrel. Yeah. I don't like this. Whoa, what? It's right there? Okay. Well, now I know. Oh, it's gonna be one of these okay, come on. I don't know where I'm gonna land. Okay. Okay, it's fine. I got it. I got it. I got it. It's done. I got it, everyone. Start, select. We're saving. We're saving. Heisman64 says, I can't imagine how much frustration Animal Annex is going to give you. I'm hoping Animal Annex is like a Webwood situation, where it's actually not as hard as the reputation that DKC2 sets for it is. Anyway, Clobber Carnage. Here we go. Penultimate level, everyone. Oh my god, look at these giant... Wow! That's just enormous... phallic platforms. Again, it's more out of like the Mario design philosophy almost than Donkey Kong. That just... Okay, I'm gonna have to throw the... Oh! And the clobber just comes down. I think I'm gonna have to throw one of these barrels to clear it ahead of time. Like so, and then I get Dixie, and Dixie you're coming with. Whoa! It's a bad place to have a Clobber Carnage on these very, very thin platforms. 10 stories in the air. Oh, okay, calm down. No. Whoa. Just kaboings. Oh, this is a little bit ridiculous. Although I'm kind of enjoying this. This is more playing with Donkey Kong Land 2's like lack of screen real estate and just having some fun with it. So much empty space. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I just slipped right there. I think my nerves are frayed right now. Just everything. Not Donkey Kong Land 2 per se, just everything. It's been a very stressful couple of weeks, and I'm really just wanting to keep under the covers, you know? So having crocodile men jumping out of barrels. Just not in the right headspace for it. As opposed to the times when you're in just the perfect headspace for crocodile men jumping out of barrels. Ah. So I don't mind this. I don't really mind how wild the landscape is here. It's kind of working with Donkey Kong Land 2 rather than against it, as the more faithful levels sometimes do. Oh, I got too cocky. I thought, you know, there'd be enough grace for getting a little sloppy with the barrel blasting, but no, it required a bit more precision than I anticipated. Oh, jeez. Yeah, go away, Clobber. Okay, if I can get the star barrel... I need to get to the star barrel. I'm honestly kind of surprised I haven't yet. It just shows how poorly I'm playing right now. I must be close, though. That's the O. Oh, you weren't popping out. I didn't know you were a clobber. I mean, it's Clobber Carnage. I should just assume every barrel is a clobber. Except that TNT barrel, because kabooms aren't in the game. interesting little thing to think about that I hadn't really given any thought to until now. But yeah, kabooms aren't in DKL2. And I mean, you could have. It's not like they need to be color-coded, but it's like the grayish clobbers that steal the life balloons from you can't be in DKL2, but you could put kabooms in there. They're marked with the TNT initials, abbreviation. I don't know, anal antics might give me problems at this point. Even if it is easier, even if there is no windy brambles. That's okay. The way the clobbers just like lurk for just enough time where you can't preemptively deal with them. That's irritating me. Don't get tricked by the negative space. Just go slow. Take out one clobber at a time. Use it to take out the zinger. And then, yes, we're at the star barrel. Excellent. What is this? No bonus barrel? What? It was just a little treat area, a little reward for thinking outside the box. And also, I just think there's an invisible hook everywhere now after Black Ice battles, so... Can't believe that worked. I got lucky there. That was just... I did not know that was over there. I did not know I was going to hit solid ground. Okay. Hey! I know what that is. To collect the stars? Okay. Okay. I don't like this. Oh! No! I'm gonna have to... Oh, okay. Well, I get unlimited do-overs, so... Oh my god, the screen flicker. It's unbearable. There's too much happening on the screen. I need to get these stars quick. Okay, I'm gonna go high. And then I'll go back here. I ran out of time. I really don't like the way this is designed, but okay. Whew. Alright, 2 more hero coins to go. 1 more bonus area in Donkey Kong Land 2, because the last hero coin, I assume it's like in DKC 2, if memory serves it is. You just get it for defeating Crocodile Core. It's just a little gimme at the end, like the last Krem coin was. Wah! Oh, come on. Don't shoot me right at the feet of the clobber, so the clobber has to push me. It's cheap. It's cheap. Alright, Animal Antics is next. Let me save yet again. 97%. We are almost there. Okay, so Animal Antics, of course, the hardest level in Donkey Kong Country 2. Some say the hardest out of the entire rare era of Donkey Kong. I would say that there's probably some Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze stages that have outdone Animal Antics at this point, but it's all subjective. Let's see if Animal Antics on the Game Boy in DKL2 is any easier, or if it provides its own unique challenges. So this is the Rambi portion. And I don't want to supercharge my way through here. That's a trick you can do when you're comfortable enough in DKC2's Animal Antics. It's just to supercharge your way through the entirety of the Rambi portion. I say, I don't know my way through here that well. And here we got Squitter. So interesting that there's no separate screen. Like you don't go to a different biome like you do in DKC2. You just stay in the jungle, which, you know what, suits me just fine. But that does create the same problem we had back in Fiery Furnace, where there's just so many opportunities to explore as Squitter. You kaboing! That was dirty. And the O's all the way up here, guarded by a zinger of all things. Really? The Kremlings put you on O duty? Okay, well, I didn't know those kaboings were down there. So yeah, I guess there's not going to be an Enguarde portion, unless Enguarde comes after Squitter this time around. I can't remember, but I know there are less. There are less animal buddies in this iteration of Animal Antics. So if anybody gets the cut, I'm hoping it's Squawks, for obvious reasons. And yeah, Enguarde. I don't need to swim right now. I love Enguarde and Squawks, mind you. It's just, if we're gonna keep it simple, I don't need to swim, and I definitely don't need any windy-ass brambles. That kaboing is really getting some height. Like, what are they putting in those pogo sticks? Okay, alright. Fucking kaboings. I feel like kaboings can be even more irritating than the clobbers can. Especially in DKL2. Especially when you don't see them jumping until the absolute last second, and there's nothing to be done about it but get kaboinged. Alright, well, there's the star barrel. Go ahead and partake in that, even though I do kind of want to head over a bit. I have time to do this after the fact. If I don't get the bonus barrel, it's fine. I'll just re-enter Animal Antics. Oh, it's Radley. Okay, so it is Radley. So we don't have Windy Brambles. I thought there's something about it that was just easier, you know? But I was like, maybe just the Windy Brambles are easier, or maybe there's Squawks without Windy Brambles, but... Alright, Radley. Radley's last moment, last shining moment, for this is the last time Radley is playable. So far. I still think we're going to have a big Radley renaissance at a certain point, right? We have to. Alright, these are all just spikes. I botched that completely. There's no way to get across now that I took out the zingers, so I will take the L, and that's that. The fact that Radley was referenced in Super Mario Odyssey keeps the hope alive for all of the Radley fanatics out there. I was trying to do alliteration, but I couldn't think of a good R word. Yeah, so, I probably missed the bonus area. Whoa! I very nearly got done in by those spikes! That's very satisfying, though. Getting the bounce after bounce after bounce on enemies who usually are very irritating. Okay. Whatever. We'll go back. Crocodile Core, yes, but not yet. I have one more hero coin to get, so let's explore at a more leisurely pace. As leisurely as Donkey Kong Land 2 allows it. Alright, that arrow really makes me wonder. Should I really go back all the way as Squitter? Probably not. It's probably a waste of time, isn't it? I'm trying to outthink the game yet again when the bonus barrel's probably just hiding in very plain sight, and it's probably, honestly, in the Squitter section here. I'll go very low, and then I'll go very high. And we'll just see if there's anything. Probably not. Thank you for watching me make webs again and again and again in a white milky void. Although those trees are enormous. That doesn't even register as a tree at a certain point. Alright. Oh yeah, that's the O. That's right. That's a very suspicious O, though. Especially since it's guarded by a zinger. I mean, what are you doing? Since when is an O that important in the rare era? You damn kaboing! Squitter's webs do not travel as far in DKL2. Alright, it's probably not down there. I mean, that would be ridiculous, right? Yeah, I'm not even... No. What am I doing? Could it be down there? These are big pits. And I don't... Heisman says, I feel like Rambi Supercharged isn't all that useful compared to DKC2. None of them are. None of them are. And that's because you've got no bonus areas that can be found through hidden walls. I mean, okay, maybe in this one, maybe that's like the one area, because I haven't found it yet, so I don't want to say, oh yeah, there's no bonus areas hiding in the walls here, but I feel like It's good that they put them in just to have them, but at the same time, they're completely unnecessary. And, like, I used Radley's Supercharge in his area. But I feel like it's just so seldom. So seldom that you use it. In Guard Supercharge 2, it's basically worthless. I guess if you are really obsessed with DKL2, right? And, oh, come on. I thought I made a web, but apparently never formed. Now we're back to Ramby. This is going great. But yeah, I really miss the bonus areas that you find through hidden passages and walls and whatnot. I think that was really fun in Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land. Donkey Kong Country 2, admittedly, for as much as I consider that a nearly flawless game, I do think it really started phasing that out. There was a couple areas where you did find bonus areas through them, but it really stopped being a thing in DKC2, and then DKL2 just got rid of it completely. Which is why I was glad, you know, Returns did bring them back a little bit. Jesus, Jesus, no! Ah! I've beaten Animal Antics, that's the important thing to remember. I've cleared it. It's just a matter of finding this damn bonus barrel. And all of the little irritants along the way. Like kaboings. Well, it's not down there. I was just checking. Also, this leaf blower is deafening for me right now. I can't hear myself think. It's February 5th. What are you blowing? Alright, Squitter time. Let's just... Frustration is mounting. Ironic because you can't mount the animal buddies in Donkey Kong Land 2, and yet the animal buddies, not them, they're perfect, they can do no wrong, except having useless supercharges. It's really just the placement of the enemies, the inability to dispatch them as quickly as I would like these kaboings. Yeah, yeah. It's making me fussy. Alright, yes, air... See, those banana arrows, too, really make me nervous, because I'm like, is it misdirection? Are you really... suggestions? Whoa, oh! See that? See that? That has to be where it's at. That has to be. So go low as Squitter. Go very, very low as Squitter. And I should be able to get over there and get to the last bonus area. Yeah? Unless that's just another super happy fun zone. Unless that's just like a couple why can't I say banana coins today? Just a couple banana coins and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that would be really, really cheap, and I think that would just finally break me. And I would delete DK Vine. Through these kaboings. So is that banana arrow? It's after that. Yes, this is the one. Well, it might be the one. No! Oh, okay, I have to go really, really low because the ceiling extends past the actual ground, which means you can't just slide on in. You have to really enter it through that precise tunnel. I've really just eaten through my lives that I farmed at the beginning of this. Just trying to find bonus areas. Shit. I slipped. Those sneakers provide no traction. The treads are completely gone after Donkey Kong Country 2. And the Kongs couldn't buy Squidder new sneakers after the fact. He earned it. After everything he did for them, they could have bought him new sneakers. I mean, I guess they did by the time of Donkey Kong Country 3. And then I guess the treads were worn out in Donkey Kong Land 3. And then we don't know. We don't know what happened to Squidder after that. I mean, I assume he's doing well. I assume nothing bad or untoward has befallen Squidder. That's too bleak an existence. Reality is bleak enough right now. I don't need to be thinking ill thoughts about this fictional spider who wears sneakers, who we all adore. Squidder is having a good life in the Congo jungle. And I'm sure he would rise to the occasion should the Kongs need him again. No question. Alright, these kaboings. Gotta be cautious because I'm gonna get kaboinged. Okay. How low can I go? This is as low as I want to go. Okay, alright. Collect the stars. No. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. I guess you could have fallen in here as not Squidder. But I guess you could have gone backwards and stumbled in here, maybe. Whatever. Oh, there it is. There it is. 39 hero coins. Alright. Start and select. We don't need to be here anymore. Let's go to Wrinkly. Come on in and sit down, children. Also, when did this Kong College get built? When did this get built in the Lost World? Because there was no Kong College in the Lost World in Donkey Kong Country 2. And, I don't know. I guess they could have, like, put the Kong College that was in Crocodile Cauldron or Krem Key or something and stuck it in the Lost World. Or maybe it, like, fell into the Lost World when the island blew up. There's lots of explanations, but it's fine. Alright, here we go. Crocodile Core. This is it. This is the last thing to do in Donkey Kong Land 2. Boss battle, of course. It's spoilers. Rool. Kaptain K. Rool's back. But as you can see, this is now just a molten pit. It's no longer the shrine of the Crocodile Core, of the Kremling source. This is now just blown out, and you got the wind too, because this blunderbuss isn't working right now. Alright. This is more of a full-on boss fight, too, than the Crocodile Core in Country 2. Because that was just, like, one round. Like, one more round, right? But this, they give you the DK barrel. This is more full-throated. Ah, come on. Oh, he got me. I thought I was gonna pull it out, but it's fine. Like, I was just expecting a quick little, no pun intended, quick little ditty of a fight, and then, you know, he'll throw some new tricks at you, but it's just one round, survive it. He shoots the barrel with the cannonball in. But no. Get a little bit more bang for your buck, which I don't think... I like that the Crocodile Core fight in DKC2 is just one more round, like the hardest round. Because it's just like a continuation of the fight. You didn't actually finish the fight in the Flying Croc. Donkey Kong just uppercutted him out of the ship. But I mean, this isn't Donkey Kong Country 2, is it? It can't be. It's not doing the same thing, so... It's fine that you actually get a longer boss fight. Ah, that's hard. That is legitimately tough, though. I have to really think how to dodge these. Oh, come on. Alright. Deep breath. I got this. It's just K. Rool. How many times have I defeated K. Rool in my lifetime? I mean, I've defeated him in Donkey Kong Land 2 in the past. It's not like this is novel or anything. I also appreciate that he's a little bit bigger than he was in Donkey Kong Land 1. You know, he was teeny tiny, minuscule in that one. He's more to scale in Donkey Kong Land 2. Quickly get the DK barrel. I botched that. I really need to get both Kongs to the final, what I'm assuming is the final wave. Okay. You know, if I get a game over, I get a game. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's just this. This is all I'm doing for the rest of the game, so... Those leaves in the blowing wind are representative of the leaf blower outside my window right now. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Ah! Yeah! That's how you do it. That's not how you do it. That's how you do it. Diddy gets the final blow. Yes, just how it should be. And yeah, Crocodile Isle is destroyed once again, and it falls into the Sour Milk Sea. And then I guess Cranky just had a spare Video Game Heroes set up back on Donkey Kong Island. We really should have seen it the other way around, but, you know, whatever. He's like, yeah, I've got this spare podium. I've got the spare animatronic Mario and Yoshi in the back of the cabin. Let's just do it here. Now, you notice K. Rool didn't sail away. We didn't see him sail away at the end there, because... if Donkey Kong Land 2 is, like, the last thing you play... If you don't play Donkey Kong Country 2, and if Donkey Kong Land 2 is your only understanding of the events, it looks like K. Rool just died. It looks like K. Rool is dead. And if you insert Donkey Kong Land 2 between Country 2 and Country 3 like I did, that completely kind of alters the story, where going into Donkey Kong Country 3, the Kongs just think K. Rool perished. and that completely like sets up Chaos a little bit better in my regard. Like, oh, they have a new leader because K. Rool not only was disgraced, but he died. So that's why I think Donkey Kong Land 2 can work as an interquel, so long as you don't mind the fact that it's really dumb to do it like that. Uh, and we get credits. We get credits one more time. Or, we get the character parade, the full-on character. We've seen this, but, I mean, I'm going to let it play. Well, how could I not? Heisman64 says, K-Rool puts up more of a fight because he wasn't attacked by sharks, unlike DKC2. That is true. He's not grievously wounded, and luckily he wasn't attacked by sharks because there's no more Kremling source to heal him. To heal his gnawed upon body, right? So, Malik says, I was in the same situation last night, Haya, with K-Rool? I assume in Donkey Kong Country 2. I don't think you played Donkey Kong Land 2 after the fact. No, it's just trying to figure out the pattern of those, the final wave of the bouncy cannonballs on top and the regular cannonballs parallel to the ground. It's not hard, honestly, but it's just one of those things where you have to wrap your head around the pattern and then you can easily manage it, or more easily manage it, I should say. You can really tell I haven't played Donkey Kong Land 2 all that much in comparison to the other 5 rare era 2D Donkey Kong platformers. Like, I played Donkey Kong Land 3 more than Donkey Kong Land 2 for sure. Not that I anticipate I will do much better when I do Donkey Kong Land 3 DK Vine Done Slow. I think that's going to be its own unique set of challenges. I'll say, like, I don't think it's going to be quite as bad, but I think certain things, like maybe the time attack mode, will be my unraveling, my undoing. Shaded Zeal says, I wonder which video game hero coin Mario missed to leave him at 39. So I always assumed it was K. Rool, like the final K. Rool fight. For whatever reason, Mario couldn't do it. Or maybe Mario got the hero coin in Animal Antics, but he couldn't, like, complete the Windy Brambles part, and then he never got to K. Rool. Because you can get 39 hero coins without finishing Animal Antics. So, in my mind, that's what it was. But of course, I don't think Mario actually did this. I don't think Yoshi did this. I don't think Link did this. I think these are Cranky's tabulations, his calculations of how many a hero of Mario's caliber could plausibly get. At least that's my headcanon. Because it doesn't make any sense that, like, there's two aspects of Donkey Kong lore, right? There's the in-universe, this adventure is happening, and then there's the metatextual, this is all just a video game. And so, from the metatextual, this is all a video game, sure, Mario played Donkey Kong Country 2. But from the in-universe perspective, it doesn't make any sense for him to be going through Crocodile Isle trying to rescue Donkey Kong before Diddy even got there. So yeah, overall, you know, Donkey Kong Land 2, I've said my words about this game, towards this game. I've had my issues replaying it this time around, but I still think it's worthwhile. I still think it's worth playing if you are a hardcore Donkey Kong fan, because you will get something out of it. And I think you just have to get over that hurdle of Krem Cauldron, maybe Crazy Kremland. Crazy Kremland was still a little bit iffy. I feel like once I got to Gloomy Gulch, the game really picked up, and I really started having more fun with it. Frustrations, sure, but genuine fun was had. And I think, like, that's an important lesson. Let's just look. So you see no 102%. This is keeping with Donkey Kong Land's conventions, where Donkey Kong Land didn't have 101%. It had 100%. Donkey Kong Land 2 kept that consistent. Donkey Kong Country 3 had 103%, but then it had the if you put in the codes, you could get up to 105%, and that 105% accounts for the percentages, like 1 percentage point for Donkey Kong Land, 1 percentage point for Donkey Kong Land 2. So I think Donkey Kong Land 2, it gets overlooked for obvious reasons. It gets dismissed for obvious reasons, but no matter how you approach this, if you approach it as, I'm going to use the power of imagination to make this game work as a true interquel, like the other Donkey Kong Land games are, great. You're, like, that's halfway there. That's halfway the battle, because you are finding a way to integrate that, and you're finding a way to make what you're experiencing a little bit more meaningful and with more weight. But if you're just approaching this from a more clinical perspective as well, like, this is just the same game as Donkey Kong Country 2, but everything is remixed. These are like remixed dungeons in a Zelda game. I think that's acceptable too. I think you just need to find whatever hook will work for you to really get into DKL2 and appreciate it, because it's that mental hang-up of, this is Donkey Kong Country 2, but worse, that I think holds a lot of people back. Because it is like Donkey Kong Country 2, but worse. It is probably my least favorite, no, definitely my least favorite of the original 6 rare Donkey Kong games. Do I like this better than Donkey Kong 64? That's a debate I haven't even weighed. I'm not going to do it here. But I do like Donkey Kong Land 2. I don't hate Donkey Kong Land 2, just because it is my least favorite in my most favorite video game series. Isn't an indictment towards Donkey Kong Land 2 or the people who worked on it. I just wish it did things differently. But if you do like DKC 2, it is absolutely worth checking out, because it's more. It's more of those environments, it's more of those characters, it's one last taste of the sweetest nectar from the Donkey Kong series. So yeah, you should. You should absolutely play it. Club's Kiosk gets the exclamation mark and the hero coin emblem. We are done, everyone. So yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in. I should be back next Wednesday. I have jury duty the very next day, so it's possible I might find that I have to devote my time to something else before I do my civic duty, but the plan is right now for me to return with Donkey Kong Land 3. We're going to start finishing up the DKL trilogy on the next installment of DK Vine Done Slow. It should be next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. GMT. If plans change, if I have to bump it, I will let everyone know. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It was a struggle at times, for sure, but ultimately I enjoyed it. It reaffirmed for me in the back half of this series that Donkey Kong Land 2 does have some worthwhile things to say. And even though it is a interquel, it is a sequel with an asterisk next to it, I think it stands alongside the other ones very finely. So thanks everyone. Have a great day.